filter all information in the universe, filter all information that is coming to me, that is relevant to this goal, filter it and give me access to it. That's what you are saying, right? Raz, you are saying, show me the information relevant to this goal. And then the path, now you hear things, now you see things that is in alignment with that 15x goal. Why? Because that's what you are thinking about constantly. And how are you going to think about it constantly? You have to put up reminders. You must make a dedicated time when you are going to sit down and think about it. You have to journal about it. You have to put up a vision board about it. Like, the more things you can do that's going to jog your memory and make it for you very much what you want, by putting up pictures, putting up messages, making a meditation about it, visualizing it, speaking about it, working towards it, planning for it. It means you really want that to be your life, right? When you're putting it on your calendar, when you are putting it in your calendar, and when you are saying that I'm going to do this as a habit, when you're making it a habit, when you're making it part of your daily life, daily routine, when it becomes part of your day, when it becomes part of your week, when you have a structured, disciplined way of making sure that your mind is always going to go to that goal, right? It means you are now giving your mind the instruction, this is important to me, give me all information. You are saying to your brain, give me all information, give me everything you can find that's going to let me see, right? So your power lies in asking what information you're going to allow to get through to you. That's it. So what information are you going to allow to get through to you? So your RAS, reticular activating system, is always filtering. So that's it. The big thing is filtering. RAS filtering. RAS filtering is continuous. RAS filtering is continuous. Otherwise, your mind blows out, right? Otherwise, your brain explodes. RAS filtering is continuous. Otherwise, your brain explodes. So RAS allows only a thin sliver of information to your conscious mind. But it allows only a thin sliver of information to really become aware of it. So you will only become aware of the instructions you've given to the RAS. So the instructions we normally give to the RAS is what we normally think of. So what do we normally think of? We normally think of what we've been programmed to think. So you have to unprogram yourself to understand we are, in general, the general population, the normal, regular way, the routine way, the very prevalent way of how we think, what we hear, what is in our conscious mind, what is all around us, the way that people speak, the way that people behave generally. The normal way is that we think that when we're going for a goal, we have to go for a goal 10%, 20%, 30%, and that is the normal, that is the regular way, that is the most predominant way of our people, and it is like normal, and we are used to that, and we don't even question it. It is the unquestioned knowing, right? It is the unquestioned knowing that limits us. The unquestioned, that we don't even realize it. We just think it. We don't even realize that must be questioned. We just think of it as it is so. RAS is, in other words, filtering, and we filter by what is normally within our lives everywhere around us. And so basically what we do is we are normally just regurgitating what everybody else all around us is saying. In other words, this is what's called We don't really think. We don't really think. We don't really question. We don't really think. We don't really question. We don't really question our assumptions, right? We don't really question our assumptions. And that is actually Elon Musk says, question assumptions. Question assumptions. Question assumptions. Like massive, isn't it? Amazing, isn't it? You must question your assumptions. Because the thing is, we just believe stuff. The truth is, we just believe stuff. We just believe stuff because we hear it all the time. We believe stuff because we hear it all the time, and we just, because everybody just seems to believe that it is true, so now we believe also it is just true, because when I say it to somebody, then they shake their head and they say, yes, I know about that. And if I speak to somebody else, yes, I know about that. Now what about it? And so therefore, we get lulled into complacency and believing that I know that, you know that, she knows it, he knows it. So we know the truth. You understand? We know the truth. Whereas, in fact, it is not a truth, it is an assumption. But we are thinking it is a truth. But it is not the truth. It is merely an assumption. It's merely an assumption. It is merely an assumption. Isn't that unbelievable? Isn't that crazy? It is like damn crazy, isn't it? It's an assumption, but we don't realize that it is an assumption, right? So we're just living by assumption. We are living by what everybody else is thinking is true. So that is a big problem. So that is why we think, when we are thinking now about, I'm going for a 10x goal, I'm going for a 15x goal. Now we are thinking we are breaking some law. Do you understand? We are thinking that we are breaking a law. We are thinking we are now going to do something different. We think we are going to do something now that's going to defy the laws of the universe. Whereas in fact, that is not defying the laws of the universe. It is not like we are going to break something. It's not like we are going to now like try to take a rock or a stone and turn it into gold. Do you understand? That's the impossible. So that is how we think about it. But the reality is, the truth is, no, we as human beings, we've always been operating from wrong assumptions. We've always been operating from wrong assumptions. So basically, it's not like everybody is right and now somebody else come and they have some magic wand that is better than our thing, our reality. No, it is that we are all basically wrong, and here is somebody coming, is coming with the truth. You understand? So we are actually the ones that are lying, whereas that 15x is actually just the truth. It is just, that is the reality, that is the truth. But we look at it and say that is the extraordinary. That's the extraordinary. Whereas it is not the extraordinary. We call it the impossible goal. But it's only impossible because we're looking at it from our faulty, wrong assumption. So now we call that impossible. We call that exponential. We call that quantum leap. Whereas in fact, that is normal. That is right. It is just that we don't have people normally that's working from there. But what we do is, if we sometimes have people who happen to get onto the truth of that, and then they use it. And the reason why they can use it repeatedly is because they are using a law of nature that is true, and therefore they can use it repeatedly and repeatedly over and over. And so therefore you can teach it, and therefore you can get the results consistently, because you just have to follow the the right path. There is a path. There is a way to work with the law. With the law, right? In other words, we can all learn that, right? What we have to do though is we have to let go. We have to let go of our faulty assumptions. We have to let go of our biased thinking. We have to let go of our limited expectation. We have to let go of the common way how everybody is looking at things. That's what we have to do. We have to let go of that. That's the problem. So the problem is not the 10x goal, but the problem is the 2x goal. The problem is the problem of worrying, can I achieve this goal? Can I achieve this goal? And that is how we go about it. Thank you very much.